게임은 재밌으면 된다니까?
불멸의 전사 2.
Maybe throw some water on his face. Some speed walk off the camera there to the right. Now you know how.
He's got the leg upgrade, man. Right when he gets to the bathroom door, he charges it like that. So, we a little bit of down.
Still his clothes, he bro moves under, pops up. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Bro moves back up.
We got a little bit of downtime here. We're waiting for one of the. It was Dark that was on the break, you said? Yes. So, this series, it's 1-1 so far, so it's essentially a best of 3 from here.
Yeah. Brian Terraces is next, and they did ZVT in the Archon match, but I don't think that's really telling as to what he'll do.
No, I don't think so at all.
No.
Brian Terrace is a good map to have going into this.
Yeah, I think he'll probably still go like a Roach Ravager type of play, but we'll see how he gets into it, because in that game, in the Archon match, he did go for like a Speedling, Baneling bust that just totally didn't work and kind of messed him up. But
right.
Overall, as you were saying there, Roach is going to be a good choice because of how many minerals you're mining.
Yeah. Well, your hand's kind of forced. Just getting Roach Ravager. It's the only thing that actually allows you to constantly like deplete your minerals and gas.
Yeah.
And down to 0 every time.
Indeed. You really got to macro hard on that map. But we'll see how TY deals with it. He's very good with Tankovax, can really micro them
His harass is
fantastically.
quite good.
Yeah, that's true, too.
And Terran is sort of forced into having that kind of style of play here.
Yeah.
You normally don't see Terran just pushing across with the Zerg having the 2 gold bases.
Yeah, I think
not until the first gold base they take is mined out, generally.
If no damage is done early to the Zerg, I feel like most games on this map are decided by how well Terran defends against the massive Roach push.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, if you defend well enough, you push back across, you kill him. If you don't, you die.
Guys, tell your friends to tune in and join us here at Africa TV. We've got a really special day today. We're in the semifinals of the CrossFinals, and when we're done here, the show does not end. We actually go straight into the finals, another best of 5.
Yep.
We have 2 GSL finalists against 2 SPL finalists. We already have stats here in the finals, waiting for one of these 2 to move on.
Yeah, and if he wins it, or if TY gets up there and wins it against him, that is like, I guess I should check the math, but I think that basically that is going to be, you know, almost 100% BlizzCon spot. Just it's a lot of points. They already have a lot of points from getting to that finals as well.
I believe our player is back, so we're going to be jumping into game number 3 shortly here. I frankly think either of these 2 could take it.
Yeah, I think that this map like kind of just sets the pace, right?
I mean,
if you go up 2-1 in a best of 5, that's huge.
I am pretty pleased that the Dark did win game number 1.
Yeah.
Just showing us how to actually beat a style of play like that, because there's nothing more frustrating than a long game where you can't attack your opponent and you're just not sure what you're supposed to do.
Exactly,
and that phase of the game is pretty technical. So.
It's really hard to figure out, especially from the player like the Zerg player who has to break it, because the Terran player gets to practice it a bit more.
We're in game. Here we go, guys. Game number 3, TY versus Dark in round of 4 of the CrossFinals. In the bottom right in the blue, he is
KG 로스터 TY.
And in the upper left, in the red, our Zerg player, he is
SK텔레콤 T1 다크.
This is a map where you can go Sky Terran. It is not that hard to divide it up and turtle up your bases, so it's a small possibility. I don't think that that's what TY will do, but have seen some great Terrans like Maru in the past do it. Dark looks like he's just opening pretty standard, and TY as well with that wall at the front to be able to really secure the gold base as quickly as he can. So nothing too out of the ordinary. And with that being said, I gotta let you know, Tasteless.
Yeah, what's up, man?
At your urging for years and years, I downloaded and then beat Hotline Miami.
Oh, yeah. I was watching you play that on the airplane.
Yeah, and I wasn't quite done yet, but I finished it up. I got it on the PS Vita.
That's one of the best games, man.
It is
For
one of the best
player,
games.
That's one of the best games.
It was so much fun. Anyone who hasn't played it, it is, like, seriously, one of my favorite games that I've played. It was so good.
Somebody recommended it to me, and for some reason with the name of it,
Yeah.
I had no idea that it would be like that kind of game.
Yeah.
Like this super violent, like awesome action-packed game. I thought it kind of sounded almost like a racing game or something.
Yeah.
You know, any game that has like some kind of location, I'm like, oh great, so I get to drag race in Miami. Like,
Yeah.
I own a car in real life, man. That's how not into cars I am.
Yeah.
But
It's like micro and puzzle solving and stuff. It's like really, the storyline doesn't matter as much. I guess it's like kind of neat, but
it's more gameplay and atmosphere, I'd say.
yeah, and really great music in it and stuff. Really fun game, definitely.
Well, Artosis, I'm very happy beat that game. That's
right.
like one of the great games
Yeah.
in the past while. And the second one I think is even better.
Wow.
Second one gets crazy though.
I'll definitely get the second one because I enjoyed this one so much.
The second one, it just gets ridiculously. That's like when they figured like the meta out of their own game.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, you get like 1/4 of the way through, everything is a really complicated puzzle where it's like bullet hell, like throw the bat to hit this guy to knock this guy out, and then kill this other guy with the gun. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Anyways, a really fun game. I recommend. Looking at where we're at here, looks like Dark once again wants to get very fast Overlord speed to go with the Zergling speed, get that scouting done.
Not as quick of a third as most Zergs.
Yeah, he's preferring instead to get the intel, which I really appreciate from him. You know, I don't think he feels like he's like, okay, if you don't cheese me out, I'm going to be able to really macro up here, and there isn't a Zerg better at macro than Dark. So I definitely like his decision here. Ro.4 on the way there. And that's exactly the time where you basically are going to live through everything. This is you can't have a safer build than what Dark is doing, guys.
Yeah.
Like if you want to learn a build for this map or even just in general on the ladder, go back, steal this build order. It's really, really. In fact, this is like what I was using with Zerg when I was.
This is an Artosis build right here,
or very close to what I was using. Anyways, we do have a medevac flying out right now.
Yeah. So because Zerg is kind of forced into Roach because the Zerg has to pay the economy accordingly due to the gold minerals. It's fun for Terran because Terran can now abuse drops. I mean, if you're not going muted tank, you can drop for a long time. But a player like Dark, I don't think it's going to be as much of an issue.
Yeah. Look at this right now, Tasteless. Really great micro by Dark, even bringing his queens up. And this little drop harassment really did nothing whatsoever. And Dark is going to secure this. TY at home just making his third command center. It's a bit late, though. I feel like he's going to have to be on the defense almost from here on. Like, Dark is going to get a lot of roaches and, you know, maybe some Ravagers. He has the Speedlings out already. Strong defense. And TY, all he can do is light harassment, I think.
Yeah, you're basically right, Artosis. There's going to be a push up here that TY has to be very careful not to lose the medevacs or the Marines. Anything like that. And who knows, he might actually be able to get this. We'll see.
Oh, yeah. If he got this hatchery, I think that Dark would have had to make a mistake there. Like, the Tankaback definitely helps out a bit. He's putting a lot of pressure on, but as the Lings come over, you know, make this get lifted up. He throws down the biles. Ooh, a nice Widowmine hit, though, right there on the Queen.
The tank lives. Keep pushing.
Yeah. Dark just needs to keep this hatchery alive, and he is basically in the clear. Very efficient so far is TY.
Hatchery at about half health. Getting a little bit dicey here.
Continuing to push forward with these Marines, and Dark targeting the medevac very smartly. Medevac really is the problem here. Oh, and he gets it with some Marines in it as well.
Uh-oh. He needs to get that.
Ooh.
That was so close.
Oh, that was so close.
It could have been so bad if he lost the medevac and the tank there.
Everything is so
It's like no
red.
way in hell is Terran going to get a third.
By the way.
What's up?
Second starport. Sky Terran.
Here we go. Here we go. Dark's like microing away. He's like, wait a minute, you're not microing either? And he just goes and kills it.
Third base being taken by TY very quickly considering what's happened this game so far. Moving up with these Hellions. Oh, he might be able to get some drones.
Well, he's pulling the drones back here.
Wow, 10 drones.
10 drones. There
Not
you
bad.
go. Yeah, well, it's something, man. He needed to pull something off.
Pretty good, and wow, that Widowmine is actually still burrowed right there.
Yeah,
normally you just clear that with a bile.
I think he's getting an overseer of it now. But let's keep in mind, when Terran is throwing units into the Zerg, taking out workers, the Zerg still has a big enough army to occasionally smash the third when Terran gets it. And it looks like that time is going to be about now.
All right, we do have this overseer going through and scouting absolutely everything going on, and a hydralist then goes on in response to what he's scouting. So that's interesting. It looks like he wants to bust through TY.
I like it.
Will he be able to do it, though?
You know, it's possible, Artosis. When you do comps like this, you're not, making things that are coming out of reactors, for instance, and you don't have like a ton of them. You know, if you're going to get all starport or all factory, you have to have a lot of bases to make continuously out of that. And it's tricky. So Zerg do have a lot of timings where they can come in there and try to punish that.
You know what? He threw down an infestation pit shortly after the hydralist den. I wonder if he's going to use just a lot of abducts to try to whittle down this army before it's too big. I don't know. Kind of interesting. But TY does do a Hellion drop into this main base, going after some of these drones.
So far, only 2 killed. Link's coming up now. Turns him into Hellbats. Meanwhile, another attack over here on the gold base.
Yeah, doing some pretty significant damage to the drones once again. You know, this is a gold base map, and he's trying to go Sky Terran, so gas is really the limiting factor. He can make Hellions and trade them all day. If he can trade minerals for minerals, he's going to be fine with that. Now we do have the Liberator range as well as Banshee speed on the way. A couple extra command centers.
TY starting to enter into a phase of the game that's going to be problematic for Zerg. It's 63 workers to the 53 drones, and he's getting his 4th base up here. You know, it seemed like when you were talking, Artosis, that Dark maybe wants to just come in here and do some kind of timing, but with the amount of drones he's losing and the fact that he's having to stay back here because these Hellions keep pinning him, it's becoming problematic.
Yeah, the timing window is kind of leaving right now, even though he has technically more supply. I don't think he can really do that much, so I think he does have to just go up into Vipers, try to use some abducts, try to go into that longer game. You know, I think we're going to have another long one here as long as TY turtles up.
I think you're right, Artosis. Well, let's keep in mind the gold bases are going to mine out pretty quickly here. And it's going to be a little bit awkward for both races to try to expand. Zerg probably to the bottom left, Terran to the upper right. But it that doesn't mean they have to go that way. It's just more likely they'll do that. But occasionally, like, somebody loses control of one spot but gets the other side instead.
Yeah. Okay, Dark just expanding his creep, expanding his bases as well. TY is going to be able to take a 4th pretty soon here. Just continually making these Liberators, so he's going to have those in a great spot, no doubt. Vipers on the way. That's where maybe Dark can start to whittle things down.
Yeah, he's going to try to harpoon whatever he can with those abducts. Okay, the Liberation Zones are coming down here now. And it seems like he wants to go around.
Do we know what the name of Scorpion's hook actually was?
I don't know. Does it have a name?
Of course, yeah. I think everything has a name technically in these games, but I'll get over here.
Yeah, man. The uppercut.
That was my awesome impression of Scorpion.
Yeah, it's like
I played a lot of Scorpion.
It's like uncanny second. The acting was so good. I was like, "Is that you, Scorpion?"
I really liked Sub-Zero, but sometimes I'd use Scorpion. He was.
Well, let's make this straight. Let's get this straight right now, man. I'm Scorpion and you're Sub-Zero. Okay.
You're Scorpion, but I'm not Sub-Zero. I'm Reptile.
Valdez is Reptile.
I'm Kano.
No, remember like this is like 5 years ago in GSL, but I'm like, which comic character am I? And you're like, oh, you're Johnny Cage, tasteless.
All right, we actually do have Banshees hitting this main base. A lot of Liberators coming up as well. Oh wow, those queens are so dead. Those are the deadest queens. We like filtered that so that you guys couldn't see. That was gross.
It was too painful to watch.
Yeah. All right, here they come.
All right.
All right, that's some really good parasitic bombs.
But it's just one band now. Attacking a drop over here into the main. Nothing to defend.
Catches him completely off guard here. Now he's taking some damage back at home. He doesn't have a lot of anti-air. Pushing back in here now, trying to save what he can in his main base.
I love that Zerg's making a Spire in the main that's under attack right now. It's so funny. Did you see that?
I didn't see where
we'll
he put
see. I don't know if it's still going to be there, but right before we changed the camera shot, it was like right there.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Good way to save a drone.
Yeah, there it is. The upper right. There's a Spire.
He's showing off that you can't hit it.
Yeah. He's like, now you got to move your Liberators.
All right, he's actually attacking in this planetary. That's a little bit weird. I'm not sure if that's going to work out.
Kind of a base trade scenario here.
A little bit, but I feel like it's going way better here for Dark. A lot of damage was dealt to him, but like these units is a little bit hard, and the only thing is that he's attacking the planet. I feel like that's And that Planetary has a lot of kills right now.
Got this one tank over here saving the day.
You know what? How many drones does he have? He's pretty... No,
36 to 41.
41, yeah.
The problem is that Zerg can only mine from the center left. At least for now. Spire almost done our toes. And we got about 600 gas here.
Well, I mean, the thing is, if he makes like 6 Corruptors, what is 6 Corruptors going to do against this many air units?
Well, he's starting with 2.
Okay, this is what I want to see. Some Abducts. He has a heavy count of Hydras right now. Taking a couple Corruptors just to kind of guard his mineral lines against straight Liberators. I like that. Or Banshees, of course.
Going for the Hive now. It's going to be really annoying for Zerg. It's going to take a long time to get that back.
No, he's going to have to just make another one.
Yep.
Cloak on the way. Hydras are coming in.
He actually saves it. Nicely done.
Wow. Well, I don't think that'll be around for too long, though. TY does have his 4 bases up. A little bit of redroning has been happening here for Dark, so rebuilding that economy as well. And this is a very low economy version of Game 1.
Yeah, this is the scrappy version of Game 1.
Oh, jeez.
We got to get out of here.
Yeah, they really do.
Problem is the Banshees can keep chasing those roaches, too.
I wish that, like, he's being very defensive with his Vipers and Hydras. I wish he'd kind of, like, move around the map a little bit more, try to pick off some of these air units. But if he can do something like catch the Banshees, that'll be pretty good.
It's kind of a funny game, right? Because they both have these great assets in their army, but the armies just can't even engage each other fully. And so they just have to keep running around and try to, hit each other where each other aren't. Now they're starting to get back to maxed out, though. They're on that course, but for a while it was like barely anything Zerg had against barely anything Terran had.
Oh man,
no.
Free Hydras.
Can't afford to do that, to lose that.
All right, down goes the Hive. Ouch. Down goes the Spire.
He's
and
like,
the
oh, hey, there's a Spire here.
This is looking like TY should be able to take.
Yeah, well, the fact that he took out the Spire means Zerg is now stuck going back onto the ground play where, Terran can really just continue to bully him.
Yeah, I think that so much of this comes down to just the Vipers getting great abducts, great parasitic bombs, because you can't run into liberation zones with Hydras, just like you can't run into liberation zones with anything. Only flying units hit by liberation zones, tasteless.
Not until in the next StarCraft expansion, the Banshees can go, the Liberators can go a little bit higher and then just hit right below them.
Oh, wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, they're just really big on your screen then.
They have propellers on both sides, so they can actually just float upside down and shoot the sky.
Okay, he's going to try to catch it with Fungal.
Look at that, the one Banshee out here just toying with him. Look how fast those are. God. Thank God I'm Protoss and I never have to deal with that.
Also, man, Hydralisk Den's going to go down. Let's not forget we lost the Hive here. We lost a lot of teching options. Zerg's going to be in the Stone Age while Terran continues to develop a much more complex army.
Hive is back on the way, and a little bit of roach harassment going down as well. Looks like a double spire. I don't know. Isn't it too late to go into double spire?
Well, I think so because of the gas. It's here. I mean, if he had like 3,000 gas sitting around him, like, well, Artosis, he could just blindside him.
Well, he has to do something, I guess, and this Liberator count, you can't really get in there with Hydra.
The other thing, too, to keep in mind is it might not be completely clear, besides text. Well, you set tech aside for a second. T-Way might not know what supply Dark is at and doesn't know that he's actually much closer to winning this than he may know.
Yeah. Well, he's starting to push out a little bit, so he definitely has an inkling that he's in a good spot here, especially after taking down the Spire and all. And he's like, well, if this is just Hydras and Spellcasters, I should be fine. We need those Vipers coming in.
He's going to get closer and closer. He's going to start leapfrogging this. Vipers harpooning on those Liberators.
That was a solid, wow, he gets four total killed.
Right, he's getting closer. This is the new Terran push, guys.
I keep thinking that scan is going to be a liberation zone. I'm like, oh, move quick!
It's the biggest liberation zone I've seen.
Oh man, the Liberator's just pushing in. Meantime, a single Banshee's all around the map doing some damage. 15 Corruptors only. This could be a game changer. If everything's in liberation zones, you get in there, you kill so many before they unsiege.
Well, Zerg needs to do something pretty quickly because this is the cash cow over here in the center left.
All right, well, he does abduct in another one. Banshee's just killing off his hatch. Very, very sloppy what this is looking like at the moment. 18 Corruptors about to hatch. No upgrades on the Corruptors, by the way. Definitely important to bring up.
Yeah, that is pretty big.
Oh, God. Oh.
He's basically got a siege on these bases.
Uh-oh. The Vipers just run into everything. That's not good.
I think we may see him tap out. I think he's going to try his best with this fungal, but I don't think it's going to look too pretty, man.
I think you're right about that. Infested Terrans pop out. They're not going to be able to do too much, though. And even though Dark dealt with it in game one very well, it seems like he found out a little bit too late about it and was already on a poor tech route. So, well done by TY.
Yeah, cute fungals here, though.
Yeah, he actually, at the end of the
13
day.
13 more Corruptors coming up here, too. Problem is, I don't know what else the Zerg. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Didn't think so.
Scratched my head. I'm like, well, what can he do besides this?
Yeah, that was a little bit tough. Good job there by TY to be able to bring back that strategy on a smaller map, make it end up working out. And now TY takes a lead, 2-1.
Well, Dark did play well, but ultimately TY got that right unit comp. He handled it pretty impressively. I felt like that was a strat we would only see like on that first map because it is so turtle intensive.
Yeah.
Oddly, Dark beats it there. And then on a map like this one where it's much more open, Zerg get those gold bases easily. It's a much tougher game for him, and ultimately he loses.
You know, he was on a different tech path altogether. TY showed his colors in Dusk Towers so early on that Dark was able to be super greedy.